What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. For this camera comparison we have the Pixel 5 and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So the best phone from Google right now and the best phone from Apple. Keep in mind that the iPhone is much more expensive than the Pixel 5 and on the back of the iPhone we also have an extra telephoto lens. So as always throughout this video we're gonna see a bunch of daytime pictures, we have nighttime pictures, we have sample videos and towards the end some selfies. And with that being said, don't forget to press that like button and let's start by checking out some pictures that I took with the ultra-wide lenses on the back of these two devices. Alright, so the first thing you're going to notice for those pictures taken by the ultra-wide lenses is how much wider the field of view from the iPhone 12 Pro Max is compared to the pictures that I took with the Pixel 5. Also, if you look close enough at those pictures, you're going to notice that every single picture taken by the iPhone is sharper. Now, for color accuracy, I feel that the Pixel 5 does a bit better. The iPhone 12 Pro Max has somewhat more saturated colors. As for dynamic range, once again, I feel the Pixel 5 does a bit better. But because those pictures are sharper from the iPhone 12 Pro Max, I feel that that's the winner for the pictures taken by the ultra-wide lenses. But what do you guys think? Which pictures do you prefer with the ultra-wide lens? The ones taken by the iPhone 12 Pro Max or the Pixel 5? Definitely leave a comment and let me know. Next we are moving on to some zoom pictures, and as I said earlier, there is no telephoto lens on the back of the Pixel 5. So all the zoom pictures that you are about to see were digital zoom from the Pixel 5, where the iPhone 12 Pro Max uses a combination of digital and optical zoom. And here I've done 5 times zoom, and of course the iPhone 12 Pro Max does seem to do better in every single picture, mostly because the pictures are way sharper. So for zoom pictures, once again, I feel that the iPhone 12 Pro Max is the better one. Moving on to some portrait mode pictures. Well, here the iPhone may have the brighter and maybe the most appealing looking pictures, but if you look close enough at my face and my girlfriend's face, you're gonna notice that only the Pixel 5 actually retains the details of our faces. With the pictures taken by the iPhone 12 Pro Max, we almost have like a filter over our faces. So personally, I'm gonna choose the portrait mode pictures taken by the Pixel 5. They do look better, at least in my opinion. But once again, check out these pictures and let me know in the comment down below your preference. Moving on to pictures that I took with the main lenses on the back of these two devices. Well, here it's gonna come down to your personal preference because both devices do take really good looking pictures. The sharpness of the pictures seems to be the same. However, the iPhone does seem to have somewhat brighter pictures and also a bit more saturated. So if you want your pictures to pop a bit more, you're probably gonna prefer the pictures from the iPhone, but if you want more realistic looking pictures, I feel that you're gonna prefer the ones from the Pixel 5. I've also noticed the dynamic range in most pictures is better from the pictures taken by the Pixel 5. So I'm gonna let you guys watch a few more pictures, but definitely leave a comment and let me know your thoughts for the pictures taken by the main cameras on the back of these two devices. Alright, and we are moving on to some nighttime pictures that I took with the Pixel 5 and of course the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So for all the nighttime pictures that you're about to see, I used the night modes on both devices, and both devices have a night mode for the ultra-wide lens and of course for the main camera. And we're starting with some pictures that I took with the ultra-wide lenses. Here, every single picture that I took with the iPhone 12 Pro Max seems to be sharper, so every single one of them. However, the pictures from the Pixel 5 do seem a bit brighter, but they also introduce a lot more noise. So I'm gonna say that for the ultra-wide lens, even though none of them does that great with the ultra-wide lens, the iPhone 12 Pro Max does seem to do better than the Pixel 5. Once again, let me know your thoughts in a comment down below if you disagree with me, of course. And we are moving on to pictures that I took with the main cameras on the back of these two devices, and once again using the night modes on both of them. Now looking at those pictures, I have to say that every single picture taken by the iPhone 12 Pro Max is sharper, so every single one of them. Now the iPhone is also using somewhat more saturated colors, but personally I feel that I prefer every single picture taken by the iPhone 12 Pro Max for the night mode. Now, there used to be a time when the Pixel phones were the best for nighttime pictures, but that seems to have changed quite a lot over the past couple of years. So personally, I prefer all the nighttime pictures taken by the iPhone 12 Pro Max with the ultra-wide lens and with the main lens. Once again, leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Next, we're gonna move on and check out some sample video recordings that I took with the Pixel 5 and of course the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Now, one thing that I've noticed here, if you're recording with the front-facing cameras, the sound from the internal microphones is better from the iPhone 12 Pro Max. But if you're recording with the rear cameras, the sound seems to be picked up better by the Pixel 5. Also, the iPhone 12 Pro Max struggles quite a lot when it's windy. When it's windy, you can barely hear anything from those recordings from the microphone. As for video quality, I feel that the iPhone does a bit better, but for the Pixel 5, the Pixel wasn't the best at videos before the Pixel 5. I feel that it does quite good now as well. For nighttime recordings, once again, the iPhone does have the better recordings, mostly because it has less noise in those recordings. The recordings from the Pixel 5 are a bit brighter, but they also have a lot more noise in them. So I'm gonna let you guys watch those sample recordings and I will be right back. Alright, I also wanted to show you how a recording with the front-facing cameras on the Pixel 5 and of course the iPhone 12 Pro Max would look like. Now, with the Pixel 5, the maximum recording resolution for the front-facing camera is 1080p, where with the iPhone 12 Pro Max you can do 4K at 30 or 4K at 60 frames per second. So a big difference in resolution for the front-facing cameras. So yeah, this is how a recording would look like with both devices while using the front-facing cameras. Alright, this is a quick 4K at 30 frames per second video between the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Pixel 5. For this recording, I'm using the main lenses on the back of the two devices and walking fairly slow. It is a bit windy, so you're gonna hear some wind and you're probably gonna hear the water to my right here. So we pan back left and we'll walk this way a bit, just so you can see how the image stabilization does while walking on both devices. And I guess we're gonna stop here once again. We'll pan right. And we'll just hold the phone steady here for a bit. So yeah, this is how 4K at 30 frames per second recording done with the main lens on the Pixel 5 and the iPhone 12 Pro Max would look like. I also wanted to show you a quick recording done with the Pixel 5 and the iPhone 12 Pro Max using the main lens and recording in 4K at 60 frames per second. For the previous recording, we've done 4K at 30 frames per second, so I just wanted to show you how 4K at 60 would look between these two devices. So we're gonna stop somewhere around here. We'll pan up and left slowly. And then we'll head this way. We're basically walking towards the sun. And I'm gonna try walking a bit faster so you can see how the image stabilization would look like if you're walking faster, basically. So yeah, 4K at 60 frames per second with the main lenses on the back of the Pixel 5 and of course the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And since we are here anyways, I might as well show you how a recording done with the ultra-wide lenses on the back of the Pixel 5 and of course the iPhone 12 Pro Max would look like if you're recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. Now, with the iPhone 12 Pro Max, you can also do 4K at 60 with the ultra-wide lens. With the Pixel 5, you can only do 4K at 30 frames per second if you're using the ultra-wide lens. So yeah, this is how a recording between these two devices would look like under these conditions. Alright, this is a quick video recording between the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Pixel 5. For this recording, I'm using the main lenses on the back of the two devices and recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. And then you can probably see for yourself, it's nighttime out, but we do have some lights around here. So we're just gonna walk straight so you can see how the image stabilization does in low light, basically. We're gonna stop somewhere around here. We're gonna pan left slowly. And back right. And I'm gonna walk straight for a bit. So yeah, this is how a recording between the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Pixel 5 would look like if you're recording with the main lens and recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. We are moving on to another quick video test between the Pixel 5 and the iPhone 12 Pro Max in low light, as you can probably see for yourself. For this recording, once again, I am using the main camera and recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. So we're just gonna stop somewhere around here. We're gonna do a bit of a pan. and then back left, and I guess this way. So yeah, this is how recording between these two devices would look like. And for our last recording in low light between the Pixel 5 and the iPhone 12 Pro Max, I'm using the ultra wide lenses on their backs and recording once again in 4K at 30 frames per second. So I'm just gonna stop somewhere around here. I can definitely see way more on the screen of the Pixel 5. We'll pan right slowly. I'll keep going and then we'll walk this way. So yeah, 4K at 30 frames per second, the ultra wide lenses on the back of these two devices. So what do you guys think about those video recordings? I have to say I was quite impressed by the Pixel 5, mostly considering that this is half the price of the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So for video recordings, the Pixel 5 does do pretty good, even though the iPhone 12 Pro Max has the edge for those recordings. Next, we are moving on to some selfies, and we are starting with some daytime selfies. And for all the daytime selfies that I took, it seems that the Pixel 5 does better than the iPhone 12. Once again, the iPhone 12 almost has like a filter over my face. So for daytime selfies, the Pixel does better in my opinion. But for nighttime selfies, the iPhone 12 Pro Max does seem to have the edge. So there you have it, the Pixel 5 and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I have to say that the Pixel 5 did do much better than I was expecting. Mostly once again considering the price, because we have to take into consideration the prices of these devices when doing this comparison. Alright guys, thanks for watching, don't forget to press that like button and I will see you guys in the next one.